around to find out what's coming up next with the legendary Wayne Gandy. The Bullpen. Stick around to find out what's coming up next with the legendary Wayne Gandy.
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc Wayne Gandy. Yeah. The next time a friend asks you for a snifter, slap him. That's what you do. People try to get different with you, you know. Everybody, and I must say that. And that's some of the anger where people put you in a compromising situation, Big Kenny and Truth, because you'll take them out to dinner, and now everybody want to add on a lobster tail. Come on, bro. Are you in here? I always tell people this is the rule. Look over and see what the person who's paying is eating. If you see me over there with the hamburger, then you need to order the chicken sandwich.
Wait, is this the $100 hamburger that you bought just because?
No, this
this just the regular
$12 hamburger.
This the McDLT.
Yeah, but you go with people and all of a sudden it's
escargot.
Let me get the crab cake with extra side of this and add on a lobster tail.
And make my drink a double.
Right. And then they be sitting there and you get the bill. You be on spend, because you know I'm a sweet tea man, so my bill don't actually come to nothing. You the one that had the 7 drinks. I just had sweet tea refills included. So the bill is $200. I don't spent $20. So
and then they looking at you like, oh, you went in the first round, cuz.
Yeah, why you tripping?
Why
I'm tripping?
Spending other people's money.
Yeah. So when they saw my snifters and all that old stuff, and you know, you don't have it discount award. I got Deer Park. It's at Costco's. I buy whatever the cheapest is that day. Now, don't bring me none of that water from Home Depot because I think they're making that in the back. But I'm a Deer Park man. My palate has not changed to understand what y'all are tasting. Deer Park me, please. All that Evian and Smart Water and, you know, that got some ionized, whatever, man, whatever.
And they're always trying to put the pressure on you. I was somewhere with some friends and the people were telling us we had to move, and the lady points at me and goes, you don't understand. And the person said, no, I understand who he is. I'm telling you, you got to move. And I'm like, look, don't do that to me, because now you putting the pressure on me, I'm moving. I'm the dude trying to move. So,
well, speaking of Major League Baseball, our man Todd Harris, the scout for the Dodgers, is on the line, and from what I hear, he had one of these. He started a brawl back when he was playing. Good morning to you, Todd.
Hey, good morning, Big Wayne. I'm getting out of the way of that ball. I'm just telling you that now.
The Rangers and the Blue Jays, the big brawl yesterday. Do you ever think that baseball is going to move to like basketball and find people that, or maybe they do, that leave the dugout?
They do fine you, but it's not, as far as the levies of the fines, they're not as great as I would say the NBA as far as leaving the bench area as far as that's concerned. But they do fine you, but not as much as far as the money, just because you're playing a lot more games, and so that paycheck or whatever for that particular game may not be as much as it would be a basketball game. But they do fine you. Believe me, you don't have a...
Because basketball, I think, might even suspend you for a game. I know theirs is a little different. They really try to cut that out.
Yes, you're right. They did implement that just because obviously with the Detroit Pistons at one period in time, they were fighting everybody. They didn't care. So I just think they were trying to clean it up a little bit more. I just don't think baseball's going to do that. I just think it's an unwritten rule that you know what I mean. You try to show count on a home run, you're gonna get punked. Now, do I like the way the Texas Rangers handle that? No. If you're that pissed off, the first game that you played him, the first time he gets up to the plate, you should be drilling him. Don't drill him the last at bat of the 7 games that was the last time they're going to play them during the regular season, and you're going to do that on the last at bat. Now, I don't like that. If you're that mad and you're that pissed off because he hit a home run and kind of pimped it on you, the first at bat, I'm freaking drilling his tail if I'm that mad. So
Right.
I just don't like how they handle that particular situation.
Now, grade this punch by Odor, though. This is so. I mean, this is Manny Pacquiao, early Manny Pacquiao, right? I mean, he hit him with this right cross. And Big Kenny Truth, looking at the Sports Joc page, Todd, I know you saw it. When he hit Batista with this punch,
Everybody in the dugout went, damn!
And on TV.
Batista didn't want any more after that.
No,
Right.
sir.
Look at the look on Batista's face. Dude, why are you tripping?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a bench clearing ball in a lick.
You are so uncool.
I've just never seen. I mean, I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, they were showing that in slow motion. I was
That
like,
hand-eye coordination.
And after he punched him, the Blue Jays bench cleared a little slower than usual. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, you gonna go out there? Hey, you go first.
And nobody grabbed Odor.
No. Everybody was like, no, he in the middle of his rhythm right now.
He knocked his glasses off.
What do you think the outcome as far as suspensions or fines or things like that will be in this?
yeah, I obviously think they're going to hand out suspensions I think they're going to fine the guys that actually came out there on the field. Now, I think the second baseman, obviously, for the Rangers that threw that Manny Pacquiao blow, now he's going to get suspended for multiple games. If I had to say anywhere from the 4 to 6 range game suspension, then I'm sure he's going to kind of get that reduced to probably about 2 to 4 games, if I had to say. But I think initially it's going to be anywhere from 4 to 8 game suspension that could get reduced because, to me, I'm going to be honest with you, it looks like he was like, I want you, Bautista, to stand up. Because I mean, how do you just that quickly say, I'm just going to just drill you? I mean, he pushed him, and then he drilled him in the face. It wasn't like he just, he set him up, backed him off of him, and then drilled him in the face.
Just to get his range
You got to get
ready.
his space. You got to clear a little space.
He did. And he got that range sized up perfectly. He did pretty hard.
He gave it all, too.
And Bautista was a little slow on the drawback. And now, Todd, how does this limit Bautista's ability to talk trash in the locker room? You know what I'm saying? Everybody be like, I'm going to go get Odor on
I
you.
don't think he's saying too much of anything here for a while. I'm just being honest. It's going to kind of take the fellas in the clubhouse about a week or so, and then they're going to start roasting his tail.
In the clubhouse?
These first few days.
He getting it at the regular house. His kids like, you ought to say that to that second baseman. Take out that garbage. You ain't tell that second baseman to take out the garbage.
His wife disappointed in him.
She's embarrassed is what she is. She is embarrassed.
Oh, man.
And these two teams last year, they got into a brawl around the same time last year. Is it just some kind of energy between the two of them, or what's going on?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's always a club that you really kind of, you kind of get a little heated with them a little bit more as the season goes on. But in the playoffs, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Texas was up and Bautista hit a home run during the playoff run and kind of put them up, and they went on and eventually won the series. And I just think they just didn't like it. It was a little bit bad, but as far as from the incident that happened in the regular season and then in the playoffs, just kind of took it to another level. But if I'm going to be in charge of the Texas Rangers, I don't have any problem with retaliating. I just think if you're that mad, do it the first game and get it on out of the way, and we know where you stand now. I just don't think you do it, in that scenario, as far as the last time they're going to play them this season.
Oh, good.
Todd, still in the vein of contact, at Fenway Park, broken bat, flies over the netting, hits a fan, cuts him over the eye. As a result, people are saying that maybe we need to remove some of the netting and sort of push the fans to pay more attention to the game instead of looking down at their phones. How do you think that's going to play with baseball fans?
Obviously, safety is a big issue. You've been seeing some things happen, obviously, out in L.A. A fan got killed. And you've been at the Braves Stadium and fell down. I mean, obviously, I think some of these people are coming to the games and like you said, looking at phones, drinking too much, taking the game a little bit more serious than they should have, causing fights. So I do think it's an issue, and I do think it's a problem, especially with foul balls and, like you said, with broken bats. I mean, they have signs, warning signs down there saying, hey, be careful for flying objects in baseballs. But again, obviously, you know, that's just one in ear and out the other one. I mean, but I think if lawsuits start to happen, I think you'll start seeing some more protective netting and some things like that go up, which it probably should. But more importantly, if you're there to watch the game, hopefully you're there and watching the game and seeing what's going on. As a fan, when I go watch, I'm pretty much locked in, and I'm watching, you know what I mean, for the most part, every pitch, trying to see what's going on. And I think everyone else should be doing that. But obviously, if you're going down to the Braves stadiums, I think they're just giving tickets away down there at this point. So.
They're giving tickets and Uber rides. They're helping you get there and letting you in free.
Todd, our last question to you before we let you go. So far this year, the 40-year-old David Ortiz, Big Papi, having a great year for a man of his age. You think he might get to the end and say, maybe I'll do this one more time?
I think money always talks, and I think they're going to throw a ton of money at him. And if I think I know Big Papi the way I know him, I think some dollar bills, some long dollar bills, he'll be back playing again next year. I did not think he'd have the season that he's having. I thought he'd have a pretty good year, but I mean, he's having an extremely successful year. And Boston is playing a whole lot better than I thought they would play, and I think mainly because of him and how he's carrying the offense. So I think if the money's always right, you know, you can talk men into doing just about anything if that money's right.
I heard that, Todd. Thank you for calling in and helping us out, and go Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, baby, go Dodgers.
All right, then. We'll be back. More of the Sports Joc Show right after this.
It's a Throwback Thursday on the Sports Joc Show this week on AM 1100. Hear Wayne Gandy's exclusive interview with NFL great Cordell Stewart this Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Atlanta's AM 1100.